episode 3, season 3, Hank and Hawk, or Hawk and Dove, or Dove and Hawk, or Don, or something like that. Basically, Hawk and Dove, Hank and Don. So when this episode starts, it's your boy Icon, more DC TV. When this episode starts, we're the gang's all here, and we're having a conversation about what happened with Jason, because Dick just told everybody that, yo, Jason's alive, and they're just like, how? And they start throwing things out there like, is it magic? Is it race? You know, like, did he fake his death somehow? And they're just like, look, you know, like, we don't know what it is, but we got to stop him because he's controlling the gangs, he's killing people, and we need to take him down. So Dick ends up telling everybody, he's like, listen, you know, he said that, like, he told Corey, you know, you go talk to Barbara. And, you know, he was like, I'll go check out the warehouse where he was mixing those chemicals, because we still don't know, well, Dick still doesn't know what the chemicals were that Jason was cooking up in the lab. So they said, so there's just like, let's just start there, and then we'll work our way down. We'll figure out the who and the why and the whats and whatever, you know, whatever later. Hank and Dawn get into it because Hank's whole thing is like, yo, he's a criminal now, and if he starts killing people, we're gonna take him out. And then Dawn is just like, oh, but he's our friend, you know, like, he's a Titan. And then Hank's like, he ain't no damn Titan. He's like, yeah, we's gonna kill him. So they, you know, the two of them get into it. Here's where Hank became a certified dumbass, because Jason called him. And Jason was like crying. He was like, Hank, man. He was like, you're the only one that listens to me, man. I need help, man. And he was just like, oh, come alone. You know, like, I need to talk to you down by the aquarium or some shit. And it's just like, bro, you can't be that like, Hank cannot be that stupid. So Hank goes down there by himself. He doesn't tell anybody. He doesn't give anybody any information. He goes down to the pool or whatever Jason had him meet. He gets to the pool. Jason calls him again, and he's just like, all right, get butt naked and swim from one end of the pool to the other. And at that point, I'd have been like, all right, you trying to play me, bro. Like, this is some bullshit. And then, you know, but he ends up doing it. He's a dumbass, so he ends up doing it. He swims to the other side of the pool, and then when he swims to the other side of the pool, Jason comes out of nowhere, takes a bomb, and attaches the bomb to Hank's heart. And then he's just like, nice to see you, Hank, and then he dips. Now everybody's freaking out because Hank now has a bomb attached to his heart, and they don't know how to get it off, because if they try to remove it, it'll kill him. So Dick ends up going to talk to Crane again. And then, you know, Crane told him that, oh, you know, whoever this Red Hood character is, he's using the tools of his father, you know, like the person who he's angry at. And then, you know, Dick realized, he was just like, oh, he's using Wayne Tech. So he has them look up into Wayne Tech. He finds the blueprints for the device that's attached to Hank's heart. And he tells Superboy, he said, listen, you know, can you read the book? Can you read the blueprints about this device and come up with a kill device, you know, in order to stop it? Superboy was kind of like, no, but he's the fastest person and the biggest brain that they got. So he was like, all right, I'll take a shot at it. Corey ends up going down to GCPD because they're trying to investigate how Jason's body even got out of the morgue. You know, she goes and talks to Barbara. Once again, Barbara's being a bitch. And Barbara's just like, oh, after what you did at the bank, what makes you think I want to help you? And then Corey was like, Hank's got a bomb attached to his heart. She's like, I'm not asking, bitch. She's like, give me the footage. And then when the two of them go look at the footage, Corey has one of her episodes again where she starts seeing like weird things and her powers start freaking out. And then like the blue aura light, you know, shows up again. And then, you know, she kind of like brushes it off because they got more important matters. Jason ends up calling Dick, and then he tells Dick, like, bro, here's what we're gonna do. I need the Titans to break into the Federal Gold Reserve and steal some gold bars. He said, once you steal the gold bars, I'll give you the kill switch so you can save Hank's life and deactivate the bomb. Dick was just like, we ain't doing that shit. You must be out your damn mind. Even Hank was just like, yeah, we not doing that. He was like, you know, we're not doing that for me. And he was just like, you know, we'll stop you. We'll figure out how to stop you. And see, and this is where like Jason's brilliance come in. And nobody's thought about this to this point. Jason is a product of Batman. Dick is a product of Batman. The Titans, for the most part, the Titans, you know, who were led under Dick Grayson, they were all basically taught by the same person. They all have that bad instinct, that badism. They all have that thing inside of them that comes from the same source, which is Batman. So in a sense, when you're fighting Jason, you're basically fighting yourself. Jason knows all your moves. Jason knows all your tactics because you all trained under the same person. So everybody knows the same stuff. And Jason knows how to get at every single person's weaknesses and how to target their weaknesses. You know, he knows everybody. He knows what makes everybody tick, how to take certain people out, et cetera, et cetera. You know, just like how, you know, he set the trap, you know, for the chess thing because he knew that they would figure that out. And now he went after Hank because he knew Hank was gullible enough and conceited enough to actually think that he can take him down all by himself. But it was also a play to get Don, because after Jason told Dick, he was like, listen, if you don't steal this gold from me, I'm gonna kill Hank. And then, Don started freaking out. And then she was just like, oh, she was just like, we have to steal the gold. We have to steal the gold. And then Dick was like, we're not doing that. Because Dick said that Jason's plan is to make us steal that gold so he can catch us on camera and he can spread that camera footage out to all of Gotham so we can look like the bad guys, because he's trying to make us look like the villains, trying to take us down. Jason knew that because of the emotional attachment between Hank and Don, he knew that at least Dawn would try to break in and steal the gold. And that's exactly what her dumb ass did. So while everybody's out there doing their thing, trying to actually save Hank the right way, she goes down to the Federal Gold Reserve, she beats up the security guard, she steals the gold, and then she goes to bring the gold back to Jason so so he can get the kill, so he can give her the kill switch. And then at that moment, Jason ends up calling Dick, and he's just like, yo, why don't me and you settle this right now, Grayson? Bring your ass down here, because he knew that Dawn would be there. So, so Dawn shows up, Jason's there. She's like, where's the detonator? And then he's like, oh, it's right there in that box. But when she opened the box, there was a gun in the box. And he said that, listen, I got the detonator right here in my hand. And my thumb is on the button, and all I got to do is release my thumb, and it'll activate the kill switch, and then Hank will be okay. All you got to do is take that gun and shoot me. And then she was about to do it. She cocked back and she was ready to kill him. And then that's when Dick showed up, and then he was just like, oh, who invited this guy? Dick shows up and he's just like, yo, it's not worth it. Don't do it. And then Dawn's like, don't tell me what's not worth it. I'm just like, here we go. Yeah, so, and again, and this is where the manipulation comes in, that because Jason was so smart, he put Dawn and he basically put everybody. He put Dawn in a situation where she was the one that killed Hank, not him. Because when we got down to 5%, because the device, there was a countdown, that was connected to his heartbeat, that was on the device. So when the device got down to about 10 seconds, about 5-10 seconds, Superboy had created the device to deactivate it. And when Superboy went to go run upstairs to deactivate the bomb, Dawn, I guess, Dawn started freaking out with 10 seconds to go on the clock. She got upset. She tried to shoot Jay. She even attacked Dick. Like her and Dick got into a little bit, and she actually threw punches at Dick. She pulled the trigger to shoot Jason, but then when she pulled the trigger, a light went off, and then Jason was like, oops, the gun was actually the detonator to activate the bomb. And he tricked Dawn into activating the kill switch to kill Hank. So now it's her fault that Hank died. And then the explosion happened. Hank got blown to pieces. Hank got blown to Kingdom Come. And I actually felt bad because, on one hand, we no longer have to hear that annoying Hawk and Dove slow theme music that plays every time the two of them have an emotional conversation. But I was like, I like Hank. I actually like Hank. But it wouldn't be realistic if people didn't, if some people didn't die, because Jason's out for blood, and that's what Jason's trying to do. Though I will say this, and you can call me crazy, but I've been right so far. We'll get to that later in my Superman and Lois review, but I don't think Hank is dead. Because we're 3 episodes in and Rachel is nowhere to be seen. I think that Rachel spiritually is watching everybody. The stuff that's going on with Corey either has to do with Rachel or it has to do with Blackfire. And I think that we'll find out later on in the season that right before the explosion happened, Rachel showed up, snatched up Hank, and magically took him somewhere. But I don't think that Hank is dead. But I'm legitimately surprised. But if he is, I'm actually legitimately surprised that they chose to kill his character. But again, it also makes sense to me because with this type of storyline, with the Red Hood, the guy that knows all these people's ins and outs, their do's and don'ts, like their deepest, darkest secrets, their fears, what drives them, what motivates them, it wouldn't make sense if no one died, if nobody died at all. So, kudos to them for actually going there. But like I said, I don't think Hank's dead. And and then it's like Dawn feels stupid now, and which is and it's like I'm not happy that she's grieving, but it's just like that's what you get because you was being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like we already, I understand that her and Hank did the deed, early in the episode, but I understand that she loves him and everything, but Dick had a plan. And you basically went against the grain, and now Hank's gone. So, so we'll see. We'll see. This stuff is good, man. Like this show is good. No Tim, like no Tim Drake. We got Tim in like the first episode, and he hasn't been back yet. So we're still waiting on to see how Tim joins the fold. And that's another thing. I guess in order to bring in new characters, old ones had to go. But like I said, we rolling with this, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you think about let me know what you think about Titan so far. Like, are you excited? Are you hyped? Like, is all this stuff? Are you hyped? Because like I'm hyped. Like I like where it's going. I like the assault on the assault on the Titans, and I want to see where Jason goes next because again, like Jason knows it all. So it's like, how do you beat somebody? And in order for the Titans to defeat Jason at this point, they're gonna have to bring in somebody that doesn't know how the Titans operate. They got to bring in a fresh face, and we'll see who that is. So check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on YouTube as well. Leave your questions, comments, and/or concerns, and we'll continue to roll with this Titans train. I got Marvel's What If coming. I got Episode 4 Titans coming soon. The season finale of Superman and Lois, Legends of Tomorrow, and Stargirl. So thank you for tuning in, guys. So until Episode 4 for Hank and or Dove, I'm out this bitch.